In this video, I'm going to be going over the crochet join as you go method. This is the method I use in my scout blanket to join the squares once you have them all complete. If you have not yet done that, please do so and then come back to this video. Once you have the orientation of your squares laid out in order that you want to join them, you will start in the upper right-hand corner of your squares. You will pick up that square and working along the short edge first, you will work into that upper right corner. You will chain 2, do a half double crochet, chain 2, and then do 2 half double crochets to complete your corner. Working around this entire blanket, we're going to make sure that we're skipping this sneaky stitch. You won't work into it at any point during the join. So skipping that sneaky stitch, we're going to work half double crochets across the top short edge of our square. Once you get to the next corner, you will do 2 half double crochets, chain 2, and then 2 more half double crochets in that corner to complete it. You're now going to start working down the long edge, again skipping the sneaky stitch and working into the stitch after it. So you will half double crochet down the long edge. Once you get to the bottom corner, you will half double crochet 2 into the chain 2 space, and then you will chain 2. You will now grab the next rectangle that you plan to join. And with your working yarn, you're going to half double crochet into the bottom right corner of that next rectangle. After that half double crochet, you're going to slip stitch in the corresponding half double crochet in the previous rectangle. So the last half double crochet that we just worked. And I find that you need to hold your working yarn underneath the squares as we're joining to give a cleaner finish. After you've slip stitched, we're going to do another half double crochet into our corner and slip stitch into the corresponding half double crochet on the previous rectangle. You're going to continue this half double crochet slip stitch up the edge until they are completely joined. Once you get to the corner, you will have 2 half double crochet in your corner, and you will have slip stitched into the previous rectangle. So at this point, after your second half double crochet in the corner, you should be slip stitched to the previous rectangle. After that, you will slip stitch into the chain 2 space of the previous rectangle, chain 1, and then work 2 more half double crochet into that corner. And now we're going to start working across the top of our joined rectangle and repeat the same process. So you're going to work your half double crochet across the top, skipping that sneaky stitch. You're going to work a corner and then down the long edge. So now I'm going to join one more square with you guys before I let you do this on your own. So we're going to grab our next square. We've just completed 2 half double crochet and a chain 2. And now we're going to half double crochet into the corner of our next rectangle and slip stitch into the previous rectangle. So the last half double crochet we just did. We're going to work another half double crochet into our corner, slip stitch into the corresponding half double crochet, and repeat this process up the long edge to join the rectangles together. So you're going to repeat half double crochet, slip stitch until you get to the top of the rectangle. When you get to the top corner, you're going to half double crochet into your working rectangle's corner, slip stitch into the corresponding half double crochet on the previous rectangle, and work a second half double crochet into your corner, slip stitch into the other rectangle again, and then you are going to slip stitch into the chain 2 space on the previous rectangle. We will chain 1 and then work 2 more half double crochet into your corner. From here, you will continue half double crocheting along the top short edge of your rectangle. You will repeat this process until you've joined as many rectangles across as you need to, depending on the size you're working on. You will just repeat this process. And once you have your entire first row joined, you're going to work across the top, down the edge of your final rectangle. You're going to create the corner and then turn your work and work across the entire bottom of this row until you get back to your very first rectangle you started working with. So we're going to do 2 half double crochet in our corner, chain 2, and then 2 more half double crochet. And when we turn our work, we will start working half double crochets across the bottom, and we will make sure that we skip the sneaky stitch going all the way across. Once you get to your join, where you've already joined 2 rectangles, you will complete 2 half double crochet in your corner, chain 1, find the chain 2 space, and slip stitch into that chain 2 space. And then that completes our corner for that rectangle. So then we will chain 1 and do 2 more half double crochet in the next corner. And this will complete the corner for this rectangle. Skipping the sneaky stitch, we will continue to half double crochet across the bottom, doing this same technique to create the corners for each rectangle. Once you get to the end of this row, you should have a join on every single edge of your blanket except for this far left edge. And now we're going to join our new rectangle, starting our next row down. So we are going to turn our work so that our new rectangle is closest to us. From here, we're going to chain 2 from our last working spot. So we have 2 half double crochet in that chain 2 space. We're going to chain 2 and work a half double crochet into the rectangle on the next row down. So we're going to half double crochet and then slip stitch into the last half double crochet we worked. And now we're going to half double crochet again and slip stitch into the corresponding half double crochet, continuing this process until we get to the corner. Once you get to the corner, you're going to make sure you have 2 half double crochet in your working corner and you're slip stitched into the corresponding half double crochet. And we're going to find the chain 2 space diagonal from where we currently are and slip stitch into that chain 2 space. We will chain 1 and then work 2 more half double crochet into our working rectangle to create the corner. And then from there, we will work down the long edge and continue this process like normal. So as you work, you will come to a spot where 3 rectangles have already been joined. And you're going to continue doing this process of half double crochet, slip stitch to join your new rectangles to your joined rectangles. But when you get to a corner where 3 rectangles are already joined, you're going to make sure you have 2 half double crochet in your corner that have been slip stitched to the corresponding half double crochets on the rectangle to the right of it. From there, we're going to slip stitch in every single chain 2 space, working counterclockwise. So you should have 3 slip stitches working into each of those chain 2 spaces. From there, we're going to chain 1 and half double crochet back into our working corner. After this half double crochet, we will slip stitch into the corresponding half double crochet on the rectangle directly above it. We will continue this process, making sure we have 2 half double crochet in our corner, and then we will continue to half double crochet and slip stitch to join the rectangles. And now we've come to another corner where we already have 2 rectangles joined. So this will be our third. We make sure we have 2 half double crochet in our corner that have been slip stitched to the corresponding stitches above it. And then we will slip stitch in the opposite chain 2 space that is directly diagonal from your working space. chain 1 and then half double crochet back into your working corner. You will continue this process until all of your rows have been completely joined. At that point, you're going to continue half double crocheting along the entire bottom row of your blanket and then up the far right edge to complete your join. And this is just a simple overview of the crochet join as you go method. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out.